Kourend is one of the most stacked regions in all of Leagues, a place so diverse and content-rich that players have built powerful accounts without ever leaving it. It offers strong progression at every stage of the game, from early skilling and combat all the way to the endgame. And of course, it has one of the biggest goals in Runescape, pulling a twisted bow from Chambers of Xeric. So the question is, does Kourend actually do everything, or is it just a safe, well-rounded pick? In this video, we're going to break down all the content, gear, and tasks Kourend has to offer, and see just how strong this region really is. Looking at the notable content in Kourend, and well, there's honestly so much here, it's hard to fit into one video. Starting with the early game, you've got access to places like the Giant's Den, Catacombs of Kourend, and the Chasm of Fire, all of which are incredibly strong for Slayer. Sticking with PvM, you've also got things like Sarachnis and the Fortress Dungeon, giving you some solid early supplies through grubby keys and a really nice crush weapon with the Sarachnis Cudgel. But where Kourend really starts to stand out is in skilling. You've got Wintertodt for fast fire making and great rewards, the Arceus Library for early runecrafting or magic XP, and access to the Arceus Spellbook. On top of that, there's Aerial Fishing, the Hasidius Kitchen for boosted cooking XP, and even repairing cranes for construction XP. Then you've got the Woodcutting Guild, access to pretty much every type of log. And then the Farming Guild with contracts and patches for consistent progression. Combine that with the Kebo Slowlands Hunter area for your hunter gains, and finally, Tithe Farm, which when you combine this with Nature's Accord, things get a little bit crazy. You'll harvest 10 times more fruit, crops don't die, and you're getting boosted minigame reward points, essentially meaning you can power level farming while stacking up huge supplies of seed and herb boxes at the same time. Moving to the late game, and Slayer gets an even bigger boost with the Mount Carlum Slayer Dungeon, and Konar tasks, which offer Brimstone keys for some great supply and alchemical drops. There's also Lizardman Shamans, which have previously had tasks tied to them, and offer a nice upgrade with the Dragon Warhammer. Kourend also gives access to Anglerfish for some high-end healing food, which you'll no doubt need for the other late-game PvM options, such as Skatizo, Alchemical Hydra, and the confirmed Echo boss for Kourend, Echo Hespori. Finally, we get to this region's raid, the Chambers of Xeric, where you'll no doubt be spending a whole lot of time. So across both PvM and skilling, Kourend just offers value everywhere you look. So, what gear can you obtain in Kourend? Well, early game, you're going to have access to full Shazian, which provides some moderate range bonus, as well as some small melee strength bonus too. You'll also have access to the Tome of Fire and Dragon Axe from Wintertodt, Black D'hide from Brutal Black Dragons, the Sarachnis Cudgel from Sarachnis, as well as the Dragon Sword, Dragon Knives, and Dragon Throwing Axes from Worms. On top of this, you'll have your standard rune equipment from Slayer mobs in the Catacombs of Kourend, and in the mid-game, the Dragonfire Shield and Abyssal Whip are also attainable in this region. Last but definitely not least, the Dragon Warhammer can be obtained from Lizardman Shamans, giving a powerful defense-reducing spec weapon heading into the later game. Moving to the endgame, and Hydra sets us up with a solid melee setup for Chambers of Xeric, including Ferocious Gloves, the Bone Crusher Necklace, and the Dragon Hunter Lance. Echo Hespori is going to give us a short bow that acts similarly to a Saradomin Godsword, restoring both hit points and prayer. Then there's the big ticket items from this region, the Chambers of Xeric uniques. Rigor and Augury prayer upgrades, the Kodai wand as well as Ancestral, which will be your best in slot if you're not casting Ancients. Amazing spec weapons like the Elder Maul and Dragon Claws, the Din's Bulwark if you want some fun tank builds. Then for range you have the Twisted Buckler and the Dragon Hunter crossbow. And of course, the mega rare raids voucher. T-bow, Scythe, Shadow, whichever you wish. Kourend really does have a bit for everyone when it comes to gear choice. Moving on to the tasks, and this is where Kourend might be the most balanced region in all of Leagues. To begin with, you have plenty of easy tasks to set you up on your league's journey, such as farming contract tasks, wintertod kills, fishing and cooking anglerfish, tithe farm tasks, Sarachnis skills, and your usual diaries. Once you work through these, there's plenty of challenges waiting for you, with some of the harder and more time consuming tasks, such as 100 kills of Chambers of Xeric, including all combat achievements and uniques obtained. You also have 300 kill count at Hydra, with all combat achievements and all of Hydra's uniques as well. There's 10 kills of Skatizo, which can be difficult as you will need to obtain totems first. Also equipping a golden tench from aerial fishing, and 300 lizardman shaman kills. Overall, there's a very good balance here between early and mid game tasks, and tasks to keep you busy in the late game. What are my overall thoughts on Kourend as a region? Well, Jagex has said in their latest Leagues blog that to cap points, you're going to need at least one raids region to acquire all the mega rares. If you're looking for a balanced region that offers access to that, as well as ways to train almost every skill, Kourend ticks that box. In terms of balance between early, mid, and late game content, Kourend is arguably only matched by a starting region of Valamor. It also rivals Mauritania for Slayer if you prefer not to take two raid regions, so you won't lose too much in this instance either. Provides solid gear for each combat style, with Mage being the best of the three with your ancestral robes. Depending on your relic choices, such as Nature the Cord, you can really boost your skills very quickly with Kourend. Overall, Kourend, in my opinion, is an S tier pick and a region you should heavily be considering in your plans, no matter what style you're going. Are you thinking about taking Kourend? Let me know. There's one region left to review, and we're getting incredibly close to the launch of Leagues. If you liked the video, please consider subscribing so you don't miss any more Leagues planning. Let me know your region plans in the comments, and make sure you check out our other region reviews, which will be below in the description.